Austin, Texas has been one of the hottest real estate investment markets for a long time. Over the last 10 years, for the entire metro area, we have seen home appreciations of over 180%, and some neighborhoods have even been higher than that. The biggest question is, are we at the peak? Well, if you stick around with this video, I'll give you an overview of investment opportunities in Austin and show you where you should probably be looking. Let's start with a quick overview of which areas have seen the most activity so far. Central Austin doesn't have many single-family homes, but there has been a lot of new construction of commercial buildings and condos. Just outside the urban core, there are pre-existing neighborhoods, and there has been a combination of new construction and renovation of the existing homes. West of Mopac is Terrytown, Westlake, and Rollingwood. South includes Barton Creek and Bolden. North includes Hyde Park, Allendale, and Crestview. And east includes Holly, Chestnut, and Cherrywood. East Austin provides some of the best examples of how the population growth and the affluence of the home buyers have contributed to transformations of entire neighborhoods. In the early 2000s, you could buy a vacant lot in East Austin for $20,000. Today, that undeveloped land would be worth at least $300,000, and if it's big enough to comply with the city code, you could put a condo regime on it with 2 detached housing units at a combined retail value of $1.2 to $1.5 million. Now, the good news is there's plenty of undeveloped lots still remaining in East Austin. The bad news is it's extremely competitive, and that competition continues to drive the prices higher and higher. It might be helpful to take a look at the areas between the two interstates. With the exception of East Austin, almost all of the development has been between I-35 and Mopac. The northern development stops at 183, and the southern development stops at 290. Now, I'm not ignoring South Austin, but I do want to point out that if you add up the population of the northern suburbs, Pflugerville, Round Rock, Cedar Park, Leander, and all the others, you'll find that you have almost as many people living north of Austin that you have living inside the city limits. So the north is probably an area you should take a look at. The Domain, which has been billed the second downtown, is here. The Apple campus, along with a number of other tech firms, including Oracle and EA Sports, is here. The Amazon and FedEx distribution centers are in Pflugerville. Samsung is here, and of course Dell is in Round Rock. So another area I would suggest you look at is right here. How much longer is it going to take for that gentrification and investment to cross 183? Are you familiar with Code Next? Well, the Austin City Council came up with this plan where they were effectively going to rezone every lot in the entire city, which would allow developers to tear down a house that was built in, say, like the 1950s or 1960s, and on that same piece of land, be able to build 4 to 8 new dwelling units. The idea was to increase density. The one thing they didn't anticipate is that all those homeowners have rights, and they got together and rejected the plan. For now, it's on hold. So if it's not going to be possible to create greater density closer to downtown, then you would expect that expansion to move further out. Another big name coming to Austin is Tesla. Their factory is going to be here. We haven't talked about the 130 toll road, but it's fully operational and runs all the way from North Georgetown and Hutto all the way to the airport and beyond. Right now, there's hardly any traffic on it. And any savvy investor might begin to think, what's going to happen to all that land along that 130 toll road, particularly in areas like Manor, where there are several partially completed residential developments with starting price points in the low to mid $200,000 range. The final thing I'd encourage you to consider is the commuter rail system. The Red Line is complete and it's fully operational. It runs from Leander all the way to downtown Austin. The Austin voters have recently approved a tax increase to fund the next stage of this rail system. It's well over a 10-year project, but there will be a transit rail that connects Manor and Tech Ridge to South Austin and the airport. The reason this might be significant is if you take a look at the development that has already occurred along the Red Line commuter rail. Particularly in Leander and the MLK station, there has been substantial development right outside those rail stations. And we probably could expect the same types of things to happen when these newer lines come online. Well, I hope this is helpful. You know, I get emails, texts, and phone calls almost every day from people who are thinking about buying or selling real estate here in the Austin area, and I would love to help you out too. If you like my videos, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. All of my contact information is in the video description, so don't be shy. Let's make your real estate dreams come true.